What is up, guys, and welcome back to episode 14 of our So Rare Road to Glory series. And today we are going to be talking about our game week just gone, how it went, and then our lineups for the midweek as well. And as always, guys, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments below. And let's get into the video. So, game week 387 was quite a frustrating one for me in a few different ways. This was our main team, of course, in Cap 240 Rare. Brad Stuver on the sort of face of things had a good game. 53.7 points is quite good for a keeper, but he did lose the clean sheet, I believe, in like the 85th or 86th minute. Just have a quick look at this when this loads up, if it's going to. Here we go. Yes, they scored in the 95th. Yeah, the 85th minute here. Believe it must have been from a free kick, or oh no, it's from AM corner, which is quite frustrating. You know, if we would have had those extra points for the clean sheet, then yeah, we would have hit that magical 250 for the cap. Tim Parker had quite a weird game. You think that in a 1-0 win, not at home, that he would get some more AA, but didn't. Westwood was poor at home against Cincinnati. This was quite a difficult matchup, so I wasn't expecting loads, but for him to get negative AA is a little bit of a shock there. And Pereira, yeah, this was a weird game. I thought that Orlando would actually put up more of a fight against Salt Lake, and they just absolutely battered. And obviously, he then loses loads of points for those 4 goals. And then our forward, Ramirez, got a assist against NY. I can't remember when this was. It might have been quite late on in the game, which was probably quite fortunate. But yeah, he's been really good for me, like I mentioned in the previous videos. They score, yeah, the 94th minute, so that was obviously quite positive for us. The reason that it was quite frustrating is that we did have Brooks Lennon here, who could have come in for Pereira, along with Bedoya as well, and that would have gained us like 3 points there. Then he would have been in instead of Parker, which is like 30. So yeah, we would have had 33 more points then, easily hit Eve. So yeah, probably my fault there. You know, Brooks Lennon can score big, and maybe he was a better option than Parker, but you know, swings and roundabouts with these things. Sometimes you pick the right players, and other times, yeah, it just doesn't really go to plan. And that was just this game week really summed up. In the MLS Amateur, we had the Houston Stack at home, who unfortunately conceded 2. Normally, Houston are really good at home, and yeah, that was a little bit of a weird game for them. But yeah, I think they've got a home game coming up against Minnesota, so hopefully they can get back on track. Reynosa was really good. Didn't get a goal or assist, but got some really nice AA. Mukhtar didn't do anything. And we've already spoken about this forward here. We have any other players play? We had Kamajima, who was my tier 4 from a few weeks ago. He started once again for the Marinos against, I think that's Grampus, yeah. And then Fafa Pickle is back from international duty as well, so he's going to be useful for me in the upcoming weeks. And then Shano did well. Yeah, he could have easily played in that Captive 40 lineup as well. I was a little bit scared of that matchup against the crew, and yeah, he got some really nice AA. I believe that was for lots of duels and tackles, interceptions. Did he get anything? And he missed a big chance as well. I didn't realize that. But yeah, once again, he's been very, very good recent, actually. I should probably start putting him into lineups even when the matchup isn't great. Like his last, 5, 6 scores have all been really nice. So hopefully that can carry on moving forwards. And then in terms of coming up, we've got a MLS midweek, which could be quite fun. If we have a look at our teams here, we've got our Cap 240 team, which I can't actually change currently. These are basically the only options that I've got. Stuver is playing away to the Whitecaps. Brooks Lennon is away from home against the Revs. Bedoya is away from home against Nashville. Corey Baird at home against Minnesota. And then, Fafa Pickle is playing at home against Philly. Some weird matchups here. A lot of players playing not at home, which could be tricky. I'm not really expecting much. But hopefully if we can get maybe a clean sheet here, Brooks Lane does something, and maybe a goal from one of these two forwards, we could be in business there. The biggest issue that I have with this lineup is that it's playing two forwards. And if you saw my Cap 240 thread on Twitter recently, this hits like 20% of the time for me. So I'm not really looking forwards to putting out these five. But it's better to actually put out this team here, and then just hope rather than whacking it in like a training lineup, for instance. We do also have the comment as well. I believe I'm in a bit of a pickle here, so I don't think I've got any forwards. We're going to play Steve Clark at home, Escobar as well. Annoyingly, we have Reynoso, who is playing obviously against Houston, which isn't great. And then both our forwards are not playing. And then we've got Mukhtar against Philly. I think we're probably going to take out Reynoso and whack in someone else. I think probably Ryan Gould, who's at home to Austin, and then get a forward in here. I think the forward might be Gustavo Bo for the Revs. Carlos Hill is going to be back, and he's been quite good recently. And that will give us some more home games, which would be nice. I think that would be everyone playing at home, which is obviously quite a big thing in the MLS. So yeah, hopefully we can win our first card in the comments. And then in terms of the gallery moving forwards, we are going to try and shift a little bit of some dead weight just to try and get some more quality into the gallery. Got a couple of limiteds there that are literally worth like £2 each, just to finally clear out all of the limiteds apart from my Saints players. We've got Figueroa and Brodich. Hopefully we can get rid of both of those soon, and then Milos and then Kamajima as well. Just trying to actually drum up some ETH. This should be about 100 like somewhere around that sort of like 140 to 150 mark for all of these cards, which would be quite nice to actually get some more ETH into the account, and then hopefully sign some better quality players that I can then start playing in 270 and try and actually build into the better competitions rather than just focusing on Cap 240. Move into like All Stars, Cap 270s, and the regionals as well. And that's going to be the end of today's video, guys. If you do have any questions, as I mentioned before, pop them down in the comments. We are now on episode 14 of the RTG. So if you have any videos which you want to actually see filmed, give me some ideas in the comments and I can film them. I think overall we're making really good progress on both the Sora aspect and also in terms of the videos and their quality as well. Hopefully you agree with that. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow for the next video.